Hello, Dr. Sherik. Now, Dr. Sherik is one of the candidates who is willing to record this tutoring session. And I really appreciate that he is confident to accept streaming this tutoring session online. Today, we're going to start our first mental state examination assessment task in the CASC. It is about a postman who is coming to you in the clinic, and this postman is complaining that the police is after him and he has some psychotic features. The trick in this station is that this patient is also having depression, and you must establish that the depression has a correlation with the onset, that it started before the onset of the symptoms, and most probably the guilt feelings which he is having can be secondary to the depression which he's having. This is a cherry on top. Not every candidate pays attention to this point. So when you are going to take history, we're going to do a mental state examination, pay attention to this point in order to demonstrate to the examiner that you are keen to know the time frame of every symptom to make sure that you are going to pass this station. Okay, so now we are going to start the station. Do you have any questions? It is a very famous station, by the way. And if you master the mental state examination station, most probably the other stations also are going to be easy, because the skills which you need in the mental state examination are very common to be used in the other stations. So let's start now. 1, 2, let's say that my name is Mr. Robin. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello, Mr. Robin. I'm Dr. Sharik Qureshi. I am one of the psychiatrists working here in the mental health unit.
Yes. Hello, doctor.
I have information that your GP has referred you to me for certain problems that you might be having currently. So, doctor, are you okay if we talk about them?
Doctor, just before saying anything, I want you to give me an injection to end my life. I'm not okay with what's going on with my life. I cannot tolerate this anymore.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. What might be going wrong in your like life which makes you say that? Can you please explain me?
I went to the police and I confessed everything, doctor. All these victims in the war in Syria, I cannot tolerate being responsible and all these guilt feelings because of all this because of me, doctor. I want to end my life. I cannot tolerate this anymore.
Okay, I can understand what you might be going through, but I'm a psychiatrist. I'm here to help you. So if you will, if you're willing to a bit tell me more about your problems, we can help you more. And well, doctor, please go on.
Doctor, yes. I work as a postman and I misplaced a letter. It was supposed to go to the Syrian embassy, and after this mistake, the war started in Syria, and all these people are dying because of me.
Okay, I can understand what might have happened, but it was an innocent mistake. Why do you think the war has started?
Because this letter contained definitely important information. They keep talking about this letter and they hint about this letter in the news. They are sending this message to me, and I cannot tolerate this anymore. For 3 months, I cannot do anything.
Oh, I see. But is it possible that the conflict that has started, it could be because of the long-standing problems between these countries and not just because of you? Are you really certain that it is because of you?
Doctor, I'm sure, and they keep talking about it in the news, and even the police is after me, and I cannot live like this, doctor. I'm an innocent person. It was just a mistake.
It's okay. Just calm down. Do not be distressed about it. We are here to help you. Do you have any other more symptoms about it? Do you feel that people are after you, or you are being watched, or do you feel that somebody is going to harm?
Well, you asked many things, doctor. So, well, I don't know what exactly you want me to talk about. cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I got the audio now. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Robin. I was having a technical problem. I could not hear your voice.
So you asked about many things, but many things I don't know exactly what exactly you want me to focus on.
Acha. Do you have any more symptoms about the like your thoughts? I'm really curious to know about your thoughts.
Well,
Do you
my
feel
thought,
that
my thought now is that I must end my life because I cannot tolerate living like this, doctor.
okay, this is a very serious thing. We should definitely try to resolve this issue. Um, uh, how long have you been having these thoughts about ending of your life?
Well, doctor, just 1 month ago, I felt that I cannot tolerate living like this. It all started 3 months, all these messages, which keeps coming to me from the news anchors and also the police, which is following me. And after 1 month ago, I decided that I cannot live like this.
Okay,
I'm afraid, doctor, there is a car which is following me and is always monitoring me.
oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Robin. Message that you have been receiving, are you like receiving this message in your head, or actually are you actually receiving them?
Excuse me?
Are you hearing these messages in your head, or are you actually listening to them like we are talking right
No,
now?
the news anchors keep talking about the letter. And I know that they know about the letter, but they do not want to say my name. But they keep hinting
Okay.
about this letter, and this makes me feel awful.
Okay. Do you also feel
I cannot tolerate this guilt feeling which I'm having, doctor.
okay? I can understand that. Do you also feel that the neighbors are also talking about you, or people around you are talking about you, or referring to you in any form, in any way?
No, no, no. Only the police is after me because of the terrible mistake which I did.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I would like to know a bit more information from you about this problems that you've been having. Do you feel that something or some agency or some person is withdrawing your thoughts from your head?
No, no.
Okay, or you feel that the information that you have in your head, your thoughts, they are being broadcasted to anybody or any other agency?
No, 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 no.
Okay, okay. I might that you might feel strange, but these are routine questions
1 minute
which we ask.
remaining. Hello? Again, what did you say? Continue, though. Hello? Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I will repeat my question, Mr. Robin.
Continue,
I will
though.
repeat my question. Do you feel that you can hear things that other people cannot hear, or you can see things which other people are not able to see?
No, doctor, no, no, no.
Okay, okay. 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 Okay, these thoughts about ending your life, are you having any plan to do it?
No,
Have
I
you
want you
made
to
any
end my
plans?
life. I heard that there is a service that if someone is feeling so sad and bad, he can't end his life. I want to be one of these who get this service.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear this from you, Mr. Robin, and we would like to help you. And have you had any similar symptoms in the past?
No, doctor, no,
Do you have any history of mental difficulty or illness in the past?
no, no.
Okay.
Time,
Or you
time,
have had taken any treatment?
time. So tell me,
Okay.
how did you feel about what you did, doctor?
I was a bit nervous, sir. I was a bit nervous.
Yes, I understand. Yes, it can be very anxiety provoking and tense because
Yeah.
this first time for you to revise with me and you know that it's going to be streamed online. But
Yes, sir.
if you get used to this context, definitely you'll perform very good in the prestige of the CASC.
Yes.
What else?
Because the story of the narrative of the interview was not going as per it has been shown in the book, so I got a bit waylaid.
Yeah, so
They
the
were
first thing
suicidal
which,
ideation.
yeah, so the first thing which mistake which you did, pay attention to the context which you are supposed to be in. Don't do silly
Yes, sir.
mistakes. So this patient is
Yes.
not referred to you by the GP. There is no information about the referral from the GP in the candidate's notes, but he has been in the police station, and most probably this patient has been referred to you by the police. So if you are going
Yes,
to
sir.
talk about the reason of the referral, you must talk
Yes, sir.
about the police, not the GP. So this is the first
Yes, sir.
thing. Number two, this man is telling you the first thing, I want to end my life. Show empathy. Well, this must be a terrible feeling which you are having, Mr. Brown. I would like to know more about what's going on. I'm here
Yes, sir.
to help you, but definitely this is not the best way to sort out any problem.
Yes, sir.
It's in your tone and in the words which you are using. Show empathy. When I told you that I want to end my life, I did not feel that you showed the reciprocal emotion with this particular offer request. Because you are anxious, you tend to use complex questions. You want to finish many things, so you put many things to inquire about in one question, and this is considered to be bad questioning style. Okay,
Yes,
for
sir.
example, you feel something and you mention many things, and I just and I commented that you are asking about many things, what exactly is the point which you want to ask about.
Yes,
Sometimes
sir.
while we are talking, we can use okay many times, but it is not professional to use it while you are while you are doing a consultation, particularly with a patient who is suffering from depression and wants to end
Yes,
his
sir.
life.
Yes, sir.
And then again, you talked about hearing and seeing things in one question, which is also a complex question. When
Okay,
you
Varun.
approach the assessment of psychosis, so anyone, whatever the culture is not comfortable when someone asks him, do you hear voices? What about things? Do you see things which no one else can see but you? So it is expected that when you approach this sensitive area, you approach it professionally. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you must
Yes,
ask,
sir.
tell him that I'm going to ask you some questions. Well, these are routine questions. However, if you feel uncomfortable, just tell me. Okay. Have you ever been through an unusual experience with all the stress you have been in? Like what? Like hearing voices when no one is around you. Okay. So this is how you approach it. And always, when you ask a question, try to bring a bit of the patient's story in the question. So you have been through difficult time and feeling that the police is after you. And this is very stressful. I'm wondering, how did you deal with this stress? Use anything to help you, and so on. This is the type of, they call it weaving. You put a bit of the patient's story in your question. Otherwise, it will be look as if it is a checklist. Do you hear things? Do you see things, and so on. Let us assess your performance according to the slides. So again, very important, doctor, when you are doing a station, do not underestimate the 10 seconds in which you introduce yourself to the patients in and which you step in the station in these 10 seconds. Very important to give a very good impression about yourself. And actually, well, you must look fantastic in these 10 seconds, and you don't have any reason not to appear fantastic in these 10 seconds. Introduce yourself confidently when you step in the station. Show a gesture of respect to the examiner, okay, and also to the role player. Sit down and talk confidently and say your introductory phrase, which you should know by heart, like your name, without any problem. Should be a short introductory phrase, but should be assertive, and it should give a good impression about you. Okay, for example, I would say, so I'm Dr. Ibrahim from the mental health units. I gathered from the notes that you have been referred from the police in this station, or that you have been referred to us in order to help you, and I'm here to help you. So, and definitely you must not make any mistakes in the patient's name. Okay?
Okay.
Understood. So this is the first 10 seconds, which unfortunately you did a mistake. You talked about a referral from the GP. There is no GP in the story. Okay, so pay attention to how you take the complaint. For me, the complaint is the most important point in history taking and also in the mental state examination. How is that? Let's see the cursor. Okay, so this is how you assess the complaint. So as you can see, now it all started here. Now the patient is coming to you talking about a particular problem. Ask him how did it all start. He will talk to you about something happened 3 months ago that he was watching the news and the news anchor talked about his letter which he mistakenly put it somewhere else and so on. It all started 3 months ago, okay? And he paid attention to this. And if you asked him, when did you misput this letter, he will tell you this happened about 6 months ago. But he paid attention to it 3 months ago. Why is that? Because before the onset, there was probably something which made him depressed, because the patient has depression. And then he started to have this problem, to feel that he is guilty because of the misplacing of the letter, and all the war in Syria started. And then there is consequently some psychosis closely related to the mood which he had before the onset. So as you can see, when you talk about the complaint, ask about the onset. How did it all start? What happened at this time? And then ask about the course and the duration, about the symptoms after the onset. So the A is the onset, B the course and the duration. Are you with me, Dr. Sharik?
Yes.
Any questions so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you ask him.
Do we have to go in depth? Yes, sir.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Do we have to go?
The voice is not clear, Dr. Sharik.
Yeah, I was asking, sir, do we have to go in depth during history taking about how it started, how it progressed?
Dear, this is not history taking in the sense of history taking. He is coming with you by a particular delusion. Assess the delusion thoroughly. You must understand how did it all start, what happened before that, and after that, after the onset, what happened. If it is primary and secondary, all this is related to the assessment of the main psychopathology which is coming to you by. If you miss that, most probably you will not understand his mental state. For example, if you do not talk about the predisposing and the precipitating factors, you will not know if this particular complaint is primary or secondary. Are you with me, Dr. Sharik? Where did you go? Doctor? Dr. Sharik? Okay, let's continue. Explain.
Yes, sir.
So, Dr. Sharik, if you missed talking about the predisposing and the precipitating factors, you will miss whether it is primary and secondary, and mark this these words. In CASC, they usually bring for you a symptomatology which is secondary to another disorder. For example, you will get an agitated lady who has persecutory delusions, and all the stories that she has a mood disorder, and these persecutory delusions are secondary to her mood disorder. This is very common. This is a very common station. So when you assess the complaint, ask about the onset. Are you with me, Dr. Sharik, so far? And ask about the course and the duration of the symptoms. Ask him, when did it all start? What happened after that? What did he do after that? The patient refused to go to work. Okay, he's afraid to go out because the police is following him, he's not able to work. And with time, he feels that the stress and the guilt feeling is increasing and the follow-up is increasing. Ask him about what is your explanation which you did. And if there is any other, could be there any other explanation. All this You did not go out of the main presentation that he feels that he is guilty because of the guilty
Yes.
the war of in Syria, and he feels that the mistake which he did is behind this. Okay, and ask him, so you talked to me that it all started 3 months ago. I'm wondering, so Mr. Robin, how were you doing before that? Even if there is nothing before the onset, just show the examiner that you know how to assess the complaint. Most probably it will be some misuse, stressors, new medications, delusional mood. Okay, there can be delusional mood before that. Just there is a sentence which can help you to tackle this part. Point number C, before the start of all this, how are you doing? Any odd feelings which you couldn't explain, any stressors, okay, and so on.
Yes.
So this is how you take the complaint in the very first 1 to 2 minutes, and do not rush about asking, do you hear things or feel things or anything related to psychosis, because you are already assessing the psychosis, and this is how you do the mental state examination properly, and to show the examiner that you are a professional doctor in assessment of the in assessing the mental state examination. So the first thing you do is to take the complaint, which you should practice more in order to take the complaint in a better way. And definitely, while you are taking the complaint, this is the best time in which you show empathy. There is no meaning to show empathy after taking the complaint. It will not look good like taking the complaint while showing empathy while you are taking the complaint. Okay,
yes.
Number 2. One of the most important things is that you must be able to pay attention to the attitude of the patient which is showing you. I tried to show you that I am so stressed and I'm depressed. You didn't comment on it. Commenting on the general attitude or the behavior or the overt picture which is appearing to you from the patient's dressing or what he is doing or what he is carrying, it is a part of the mental state examination. So you didn't comment any sentence regarding this. The speech, most probably, there is nothing in the speech in this case. It will be more, yes.
Distress speech.
What?
He was very distressed in the speech.
This distress is related to the point of gender. The speech, there is nothing. In my speech, I was talking freely, cooperative, and my stream of words was not slow or high. So there is no need to waste time on something which is not there. Okay. Okay. As for the psychosis, now there is a big load of psychosis in this station. When you talk about the psychosis, it is expected that you should approach this. You should approach this sensitively. You should talk about it while you are paying attention that this is a sensitive area. We don't go through, do you hear voices? Do you see things directly? As I said, signpost, okay, and take permission to talk about this sensitive area. And it should be done in depth, okay? In order not to miss it, I have a code which helped me in passing the CASC. It is called PPBIG. This is perception, persecution, broadcasting, thought insertion, withdrawal, and control. The perception, as you know, if he has any problems in hearing things or seeing things. Persecution, if anyone is trying to harm him or after him. Okay, broadcasting, as you know, thought insertion, withdrawal, control of his movements and feelings. And when you talk about any delusion, you must talk about the degree of conviction. And if there is any problem in the perception, you must ask him what is his explanation, what is his interpretation for this unusual experience. How come he is hearing this voice while no one else is hearing him? And many times the Royal College put something in this explanation which makes one candidate different from other. They want to know who is going to be distinguished. For example, you can say to him that the police is having X-rays, or the neighbors are sending rays, something like this, to explain his odd experiences with his perception. So you must ask him if he's hearing voices, whether there is something behind this. What is the explanation? Okay, point number five. Point number five. The mood. You didn't ask about the mood. You didn't.
Yes, it was my mistake.
Yeah, you did not assess the mood. Okay. So in the mood in this station, this is a station in which combines mood and also psychotic symptoms. So you must ask him if he wants to commit to end his life. You must ask him about the mood, and when you start the mood, start it professionally. So the main questions about the mood is his mood, as you know, and the loss of interest. So these are the two questions which you start with, and then continue to ask about the other items of the mood, like the energy, loss of sleep, loss of appetite, and the related delusions, like loss of any part of his bodily functions. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Again, point number 6, the cognition. If he has any problem with his memory or concentration, and then
yes,
you must ask him about the risk. Very important. A man who's coming to you to end his life, you must cover other items of the risk. Okay, so you have been through a difficult time. I'm just wondering, how have you been coping with this? Do you drink alcohol, use any street drugs? I'm worried about you, Mr. Brown, because you are asking me to end your life, and I'm wondering what is the extent of this idea. Do you intend to end your life? Have you ever tried this before? Any thoughts of harming yourself or anyone else? You talked about some issue with the police. Was there any issue or any police charges lately? And so on. Okay. Okay, so
yes,
you must assess the insight, and I have a particular way to assess the insight. So you must ask him, is it the first time for you to talk to a psychiatrist? If he says yes, ask him any chance that what you are experiencing now can be another episode of depression or schizophrenia, whatever was the reason for his contact with the psychiatric services. If he says no, ask him if there is by any chance that what he's experiencing now could be some tricks played by his mind. So this is the point of insight. Very important in the stations in which there is high risk, like a patient who wants to end his life or who attempted suicide, is to terminate the station properly. Mr. Brown, I feel that you are passing through a difficult time and it is unsafe for you to go back home. I'm very worried about you because you want to end your life, and definitely there are many ways by which we can help you. And I hope that you stay with us until it is safe for you to go back home. That's it. So this is a termination. So did you watch my video clip about how to do a mental state examination on the YouTube?
Yes, I had seen it, I think a week back or so.
So if you are going to do a mental, okay, if you are going to do a mental state examination, they are expecting you to comment on all these points, definitely with variable degrees of depth, because not every station contains a lot of things in the mood. And otherwise, if it is mainly a mood station, you will have load and many things to talk about in the mood, something in the psychosis and so on. Sorry, it should be psychosis here, not thinking. But these are the main 9 points which you should comment on and show the examiners that you know how to do a mental state examination. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Until now, you can repeat the station without any problem. Now you have better orientation about how to do the station. And we are going to repeat the station while you are having a look on the slides so that you are not going to do the mistakes again. Okay, just follow the cursor. I'm going to help you by showing you what are the points which you should focus on while we are doing the session. Again, this session, now this time there's no time limit. Now we are tutoring. We did the station before. Now we know our mistakes. We want to correct them now, so there will be no 7 minutes. Let's start now. Once I say go, we are going to start. Again, pay attention to all what I've said and pay attention and have a look at the cursor, because I'm going to point at the things which you should say while you are doing the mental state examination. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sharik, and I'm here from the mental health unit. I'm a psychiatrist working over there. I gathered from the notes that you have been referred to me by the police for certain problems that you have been having currently. Can you tell me more about it?
Well, doctor, please, doctor, I want to end my life, doctor. I feel that you can help me with this.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm here to help you. I'm a psychiatrist, so you should tell me more about it so we can further get about it. How long have you been feeling about this like this?
Well, since 1 month ago, I decided that I cannot live like this, and I wondered how to do it. I know that there is a service in which people can end their life with.
Okay, how did this all start? Were you okay 1 month back?
Well, it started 3 months ago. The news
Okay.
anchors are talking about my mistake, and they are blaming me for all what's happening in Syria.
Okay. Why are they blaming you? Like, can you tell me more about it?
6 months ago, doctor, I did a mistake. I misplaced a letter. It was supposed to go to the Syrian embassy. I don't know where did it go. It seemed that I lost it. And 3 months ago, the news anchors started to talk about it. And all these victims in Syria are because of me now. I don't know what to do. I cannot live with this guilt feelings, doctor.
Okay, I can understand you're guilty about this conflict that is happening, but how certain are you that it is because of your own mistake? Could there be
I'm sure, doctor, everything makes it clear, doctor. All these anchors are talking about what I did once I opened the television. They keep talking about letters. I know that these are not diplomatic letters which are talking, they are hinting about my mistake.
Okay, but could there be any other explanation to explain these events?
No.
Okay, what happened next?
Well, after that, doctor, I stayed at home. I couldn't go out because I feel that the police knew about what happened, and they are following. There is a white car. Whenever I go out, I see it, and whenever I look from the window, I see it.
Okay. Okay, then who? After this, what? How did you cope with it?
I stay at home. I don't do anything, doctor, because I know that if I went out, they are going to follow me, and I don't go to work now for about 3 months. I stopped going to the work for 3 months.
Okay. I can understand, but you must be going through a very difficult time, and I can totally understand you must be very disturbed about it. Can I ask you, like, have there been any stressor before these problems started? Like any substance that you might be having consumed, or having stopped any medication, or started any new medicine for this thing?
Well, you ask about many things. I don't know exactly what you want me to answer.
Was there any drug use that you have been having before this problem started?
I was not taking any drugs, doctor, before that.
Okay, or maybe some new medicine that you might have started or stopped taking?
No, doctor, but I was not feeling good, doctor, because I was feeling so sad before that. I felt that everything was not okay in my life.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, continue.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, continue.
Okay. Okay, I'm really sorry to hear this, that you are feeling like this way. Being a psychiatrist, I would like to offer you a lot of help in this regard. And there are some more questions that I want to ask you that you might find strange. Okay. So angry. You feel? Are you feeling like? How are you feeling currently?
Well, look, I feel so distressed, doctor.
Okay. Feel distressed. Okay. Sir, how to approach again? I'm not understanding how to go ahead now.
Well, what did you say?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Okay. I want to ask you some more details if you are okay with it. And these may seem a bit strange.
Okay, no problem.
Are you okay with it?
Yes,
These are
okay,
routine
okay.
questions.
One question, Sharik. We are now doing a tutoring. Now, you took a complaint. You didn't show empathy, by the way. Okay, this is first thing. While you are talking with me, you introduce yourself, but you didn't address my name. Pay attention to this. You must talk with the patient in a professional way and address his name. You didn't talk about the patient. You did not mention the patient's name. So this is the first thing which you should pay attention in the first 2 minutes, which in the 2 minutes which we did now. Okay. When you talk about in general, you do not want, well, don't be concrete and literal in your approach to the points. So you don't talk about the complaint and then you talk about the general. Now you can say that I can see how much you are distressed, Mr. Robin, and I'm here to help you. So you commented on the general. You don't need to end the assessment of the complaint and then go to the general. But you must comment on the general. You understand these numbers are for enumerating, not for ordering.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
number one is complaint. Well, this does not mean that you ignore how does he behave and the distress which he's in. Okay, so now continue.
Okay, okay, Mr. Robin, I can understand you are feeling very disturbed and distressed. And I would further like to ask you some more information so we can help you in a better way. I'm going to ask you certain questions that you might find a bit strange, but these are routine questions that we asked almost everybody. So if you are comfortable, we can continue.
Okay.
I would like to ask you, like, have you been
what? I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
I'm going to ask you, do you feel that your thoughts are being interfered by anybody?
Okay, so now we are in the area of psychosis. You started asking about the area of psychosis sensitively, but as I said, don't be checklisting. Put a bit of information from the patient's story in your question. So, Mr. Robin, you have been through a difficult time, a lot of stress. Have you ever felt that this stress is affecting the way you are thinking? Are you able to think clearly? Any feeling that thoughts have been put in your mind or so you feel that this can be more palatable than asking him, have you ever felt that there are thoughts being put in your mind, any thoughts being taken out of your mind? You see, Mr. Dr. Sharik?
Yes, sir.
So please raise the question again, putting a bit of the patient's story in your question.
Yes, sir. Sir. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you, doctor.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Robin. I would like to ask you, are you able to think?
Yes, continue.
Are you able to think clearly?
أنا بعمل حاجة يا عم خلاص. Yes, continue.
I'm asking you, Mr. Robin, because of all these problems that you're having, you're feeling so distressed. I want to ask you, are you able to think clearly?
Yes, doctor. I'm able to think clearly. I don't have any problem.
Have you ever felt that you're thoughts are being interfered with by in any way?
No, no, no.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm with you, Doc.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Do you feel that the thoughts that you're having are being interfered? Okay.
No.
So there's some problem in the network.
Yes.
I'm not able to hear you, sir.
What can I do?
Hello?
I don't know what to do. So, well, do you hear me now?
Hello?
Do you hear me now, Dr. Sharif?
Yes, sir. Actually, I got a call in between, and after that, the audio just went away.
Yes, if you have a call, definitely the internet connection will be disrupted. So you continue. You can continue.
I'm really sorry for this. I will definitely start the session on the laptop next time.
No problem. You can continue, doctor, please.
Okay. Mr. Robin, I would like to ask you, have you been able to think clearly these past few months?
Yes, no problem. I don't have any problem.
Okay, because of the distress you're feeling and you're so disturbed by all the things that are happening around you, I would like to ask you, is there a possibility that somebody is interfering with your thoughts?
No, no, no.
Okay. Maybe they are like trying to take away your thoughts, or your thoughts are being known to other people in some way.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Do you ever feel that you might be hearing things that other people are not able to hear?
Again, you have been through not like this. You have been through a lot of stress. Sometimes stress brings strange experiences, like hearing voices when no one is around you. Have you ever had any of these? You see, it is more palatable and more professional to ask in this way. But when you ask someone, have you ever heard something no one else can hear? It does not sound, well, does not, sometimes it can be felt offensive. Okay, continue.
Mr. Robin, you have been very stressed and very disturbed. Sometimes this can cause you to feel really perturbed, and you might be able to have you might be having certain experiences which normally we feel that it's very bizarre to have. So have you ever had some bizarre experiences, like for
No.
example, say hearing things that other people are not able to hear?
No. Again, try to phrase the question in a smaller sentences. Just you have been through a lot of stress. Sometimes stress brings strange experiences. Have you ever had any of these? Just start. Small sentences will help you to give a better impression. Okay, continue, doctor.
Mr. Robin, you have been very disturbed currently. This kind of
Not
disturbance may
disturb,
cause
not disturb. You have been through a lot of stress. Don't say disturb.
a lot of stress.
It sounds bad. Okay.
Yes, sir. Mr. Robin, you have been through a lot of stress. Stress sometimes make people feel really bizarre experiences. Have you ever had something bizarre or strange experiences? For
No.
example, say hearing things that other people are not hearing.
No.
Okay. Or perhaps seeing things that people are not able to see.
No.
Okay. Thank you for this information. How has your mood been recently?
Well, before going to the mood, ask him about the persecution. The patient is talking to you about the police. So ask him about the persecution. So you talk to me about the police who's following you. Tell me more about this. Okay. Anyone else involved in this? Anyone else who wants to hurt you or follow you? So it's not about the perception only. Okay. And try also to check the perception in depth. You only talked about hearing voices. So there are any unusual things which you see, any changes in the taste. Okay. So you covered the perception. Now you should cover it in depth. Now talk about the persecution.
Yes, sir. Mr. Robin, maybe you might be having other bizarre experiences that you might be aware of. For example, having some different smells, or having some different taste in your mouth? Has it
No.
been occurring to you?
No.
Okay, that is good to know. What about your, like you feel that the police is after you?
Yes, he's after the police is after me, doctor. I can see a white car following me, and definitely it is a police car.
Okay, are you very certain they are following you? Maybe they are
Yes.
on their routine activity.
No. They are following me because they know what I did.
Okay. Are there? Do you feel anybody else is also following you, or they are trying to keep a track on you?
No.
Okay, this must be really really disturbing.
Dr. Sharik, don't say
Yes.
okay many times. Okay, I know that for you, okay, that I understand what's going on, and I asked about this point, but pay attention. Saying okay more that's frequent can give an impression that you are not professional.
Right.
Yes, continue.
Okay, Mr. Robin. To go ahead, I would like to ask you about this feeling of persecution that you're having.
Okay, no problem.
How have you been coping with this?
Well, I don't do anything, doctor. I'm staying at home. I'm afraid to go out.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Perception is mood. Hello? Okay, Mr. Robin, how has your mood been recently?
I don't feel well, doctor. I feel so sad and guilty.
Okay, this feeling of sadness has been throughout the 3 months that you're having these problems, or has it been on and off?
Has been always there. Now, Dr. Sharik, pay attention to this. When you assessed the complaint in the beginning, I told you that I was not feeling good. So the story started by a bad mood before the onset of these symptoms. So you must ask him here to establish that you know that there could be a primary and secondary issues in the story of the patient. So you said to me that your mood is not good. So since when did it start? I will tell you maybe before by 4 months, something like this, and so on. So if there is two pathologists, psychopathologists, try to know the onset of each one in order to establish the primary and secondary prevalence issues. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Robin. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, doctor. Continue.
Yeah. Mr. Robin, in the beginning, you just told me that your mood has been very sad.
Yes.
Can you please tell me more about how it started?
It started 4 months ago. I don't know why. Maybe after the death of my wife, I couldn't handle issues. I don't know. Since her death, maybe I'm not feeling good.
Okay, talking more about this problem, I would like to ask how it started. Was it a gradual process, or did it start after some particular event?
It started after the death of my wife by 2 months.
Oh, right. I can understand totally how it must have felt that time. Okay, what about your sleep? How have you been sleeping currently?
Doctor, please. I fabricated the story of the wife, but now you are assessing the mood. I told you the main questions of the mood is the mood symptoms, the guilt feeling, sad feelings, and the loss of interest. So don't just pay attention to these things, because this is the things which should make one candidate more professional, because you should assess the main items, and then you should assess the other items. You should show the examiner that you are able to prioritize the things which you are talking about. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Mr. Robin. You just told me that your mood has been sad. I want to ask you, what about your energy levels? Have you been feeling very weak?
I'm not able to do anything actually.
That is sad to hear. What about your interest? Have you?
I'm not interested in doing anything, doctor. I'm staying at home. I'm even playing sports. I'm not willing, or I don't have any motive to do anything.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, doctor.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Robin, what about your sleep? Have you been sleeping normally
No,
recently?
no, I'm not able to sleep.
Not able to sleep. Do you wake up early in the morning?
Yeah. And when I feel awful once I wake up.
Okay, I understand this. What about your appetite? Have you been eating normally, or you are having difficulty in taking the food normally?
No, I lost weight. So it is enough to talk. What about your appetite? Don't lengthen the question without knowing. Just say, what about your appetite? Just, just say, how about your
Yes.
sleep? What about your sleep? Don't add many information which will consume time and will not add anything to the value of the question. Okay, ask,
Okay.
continue.
And recently, Mr. Robin, are you able to concentrate on your work?
No, I'm not able to do anything, doctor. Anything which is asked from me, I just try to ignore because I feel that I'm not able to focus.
Okay. And are you having any difficulty in your memory, not able to remember things?
So it's better to say that, have you been more forgetful lately? That's it. Try to phrase a question which is more palatable. Okay. Have you been forgetful lately? That's it. Have you more forgetful lately? Okay. Continue, doctor.
Okay, Mr. Robin. You have been going through a lot of stress recently. I would like to know how you have been coping with this.
Well, I'm afraid to go out. I'm staying in my room most of the day. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Have you been also taking use of any alcohol or street drugs?
Again, doctor, this is a sensitive area. Approach it cautiously. Sometimes people, when they are stressed, they can do something
Mr.
to calm themselves. Do you do anything like taking alcohol?
Okay, Mr. Robin, I'm sorry to ask this, but hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
continue.
Mr. Robin, forgive me for asking you. It's a bit personal question, but have you been using alcohol or street drugs to cope with the stress?
No.
I really appreciate for sharing this information. Thank you so much. What about these two? Besides you saying that you feel that you should end your life, also, do you also feel that you are so distressed you want to harm others as well?
No. Ask in depth about these thoughts.
Okay.
Do you feel that you're
Mr.
able to control these thoughts? Any thoughts of ending your life by yourself? Have you ever tried to end yourself before, end your life before? Any thoughts of harming anyone else?
Yes, Mr. Robin. You just told me that you're having thoughts about ending your life. Have you tried to do this or act upon these thoughts?
No.
In the past also, have you had similar thoughts before?
No.
Do you have you made any preparation for the kind of suicidal ideation?
No.
Like writing a note or informing somebody that you might end your lives?
No.
Okay. This thought, do you feel that you are going to harm anybody else also? Is it possible you might have had this thought?
No.
Okay.
Hey, now check the inside.
Okay. Mr. Robin, I want to ask you, is this your first time that
No,
you've seen
don't say I want to ask you. We'll say I really appreciate being open with me and all what you have felt. I'm wondering, is it the first time for you to talk to a psychiatrist? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Robin, I'm wondering, is this the first time that you have seen a psychiatrist or any other mental health professional?
Yes, first time.
Okay. I can understand that you're going through a lot of things and there has been a lot of stress. Is there a remote chance that what your experience is, could this be a sign of some mental health issue or some disorder?
No, I'm not crazy, doctor. Say tricks played by your mind. Better than mental health issues. Say tricks played by your mind. That's it.
Okay. Could this be some tricks that your mind is playing on you? Is it possible?
I don't know, doctor. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So, okay, sir, what else to ask? Not. Okay, Mr. Robin, it has been really nice talking to you. And I can understand you have been going through a lot of stress recently, and we have talked in detail about it. I would like to offer you help in getting it.
Again, say determination in a better way. So I really appreciate sharing with me all this information, but I'm worried about you. It's unsafe for you to go back home. It will be better to stay in the hospital until it is safe for you to go back home because you are having severe symptoms of depression. Okay.
Mr. Robin, I really appreciate you coming here and talking to me about your problems, and I would really help you out. But considering the threat, the risk of your life that you are saying that you want to end your life, we cannot let you go home alone. We would like to offer you admission under the section.
Dear
and we want
Dr. Sharek, please make it a simple sentence. Make it simple, just 2 to 3 phrases, that's it. I really appreciate sharing with me all this information, but I'm really worried about you because of the. Okay. Okay. You can say that I'm really about.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, Doctor. Say that I really appreciate talking with me, but it is very unsafe for you to go back home with all these thoughts of ending your life. It would be better for us to stay here.
Mr. Robin, I really appreciate that you have shared so much about your life, and considering the risk to your life, we cannot let you go home alone, and we have to admit you in the ward currently and assess you further.
Just don't say we have to admit you. It will be better for you to stay in the hospital until it is safe for you to go back home. So choose the words. Yes, the same meaning, but it's more palatable.
Okay, more.
We have to admit you. This sounds very heavy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I feel now you understand how to do the station. It's very important for you, Dr. Sharek, to be less anxious. Okay.
Yes.
This will not come except by practicing. Try to show empathy. Avoid checklisty approach. Have your own notes and try to write down sentences which will help you to assess the mental state examination in a better way. I shared with you my own words, but I'm sure that you will come with better phrases because this will be Dr. Sharek's phrases. Will be genuine and you will say them more fluently. Will be authentic. These sentences will be yours sentences.
Yes, sir.
Again, I appreciate that you accepted to share this recording with the candidates, and I'm sure that this will help them so much. And I hope that you found it also helpful. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
One more question I have.
Excuse me?
Sir, one more question.
Yes.
So, for example, in this station, the patient, in the very beginning of the interview, he said that he wants to end his life.
Yes.
So should we go about directly to the suicidal threat part?
Yes, definitely. This is a very good start. He's giving you a clue to show empathy and show you're professional and to ask more about this. Well, this is definitely a very bad feeling which you're having. I can imagine how much you are feeling to have this thought. Can you tell me more about this? And start asking the complaint, onset, course, duration, like I have shared with you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharek. I hope that you found it helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, also.
Now I'll stop my sharing the slides, and I will end the session now. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.